want to ask you a question today. My question is, or observation maybe, doesn't it always feel better when you get your pace right, your own pace right? When you get the pace that you want to be right, you're in a better place to be able to appreciate other people's. They may not be the same as yours, they might be faster or slower, but you can appreciate them because you're comfortable with the speed that you're going at in life and the way that you can process things and think about things. Right this second, I'm standing halfway up a hillside in Slovenia, in a very mountainous region. We're in the Julian Alps, actually. That's the foothills just behind me, and that's the house just behind me too I'm currently staying in. And there's a reason why this is quite appropriate. This is probably the calmest place I've ever been. And it's also the calmest I've felt I've ever been too in life, because now I feel like I've got my pace right. Towards the end of last year, I felt like a lot of things for me were going quite fast, and I was going way too fast myself. Someone says something to me, I'm going to call it a critical observation, pretty much at the very end of last year. What that critical observation did was make me really question something, question why I was doing something. And it was something that was irritating me too. And it was very much to do with pace. I needed calming down and slowing down. So I know a couple of friends who gave me some good suggestions, and this is what I did. So if you feel like you're going too fast and you need calming down, let me pass on to you what they told me and suggested, and what's also worked. To start with, I would do a couple of different things. I would take some time for myself every day. Time to make sure I was definitely slowing down. Part of that time was by writing down in notebooks, which is why I'm holding one now, but I'm going to come back to this one in just a second. And I'd be writing down things like how I felt about things, how I wanted to think about things, all sorts of things about what had happened to me, ideas in life, all those sorts of things. And also I would do something quite creative, but not photography, and processing those images, which I think quite a lot of people know that I do, because for that my brain goes really fast, and it needs to, and that's great. But that's not calming me down any, is it? So I take some time to do something slower and calmer. So I'd quite often do some embroidery, and I would spin wool, or I still do. These are things I've always been able to do, but now I appreciate them more because I'm going slower. So when I'm spinning the wool, I can feel the fibres between my fingers and like how I have to twist the wool and to get the right sort of tension to be able to make something from it. Also, it's by moving the pedal of the spinning wheel. It's the right motion, and it's very sort of therapeutic and very calming. When it comes to the writing in the notebooks, to start with, it was really chaotic, and the writing was quite impossible to read, in fact, and quite scratchy, and I felt like I was writing a lot each day, like lots and lots of pages. And now, well, the writing, it's little and it's precise, and there's pictures, and sometimes I literally just write a paragraph. The person who made this notebook for me, which is also a lovely thing, as you can see, is the reason I'm in Slovenia right now. It's the person who's just actually over there. It's somebody's pace who I've always thought a lot of and always wanted to be like. And that's why life quite often has that perfect timing, because right now I'm standing in the right place, at the right time, at the right pace.